Welcome everyone to the Rabid Mining YouTube channel, where I can't really think of an intro right now, so that's all right. So how is everyone doing? It is Saturday and you guys are way too kind. Look at that box fat. My RTM mine per day jumped 20% when Rabid lost the internet. Yeah, that was sad times for me anyway. Maybe not for you guys, I guess. All right, Alan Clark, thank you very much for becoming a loyal member of the channel to the Rabid's Den. Much appreciated for sure. We got CD Smith 78, Fudweiser in the house, Boxfan of course, Techman TV, what's going on? Anonymous Miner, we got Robert Conlow, Eddie Lynch, Graham Lowe, Anonymous Miner, Dave Collins, Alan Clark, Wolf Brave. Is that everybody? Uh-oh, here's a name I have no idea what's going on here. Kind Enigma. Oh, Kind Enigma Adventures. Yeah, Kia Enigma Adventures. Yeah. Okay, yeah, you're always here. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm talking about. Sebchap S, Maximilian G, Justin Waters, Ogre MGTOW, Pablo Garces, Dennis Multivich, Grow Every Day. Boris, what is going on, Boris? What's happening? What are you up to? How's that Ripper running for you? Justin Waters, Magic Lucky, Jonas, First Time 13, Patrick A. Wow, a whole bunch of people just rolling in and right at the last second. So welcome everyone. Be sure to smash that thumbs up button. We have 45 viewers, 26 likes. So we need some more likes. What's going on? Everyone sick today? No one mentioned anything about the prices here. I did flip them over to the European side and, see if you guys thought maybe there's a huge dip or something, but that's not the case. Here we are, USD for most of you out there. Some of you Canadians out there, you can see where we're rolling there, but there we are. Still got 3 more rigs to set up for CPU mining. What? Boris, what kind of rigs? Are they all? They better not all be rippers. I'm going to be so jealous. I still don't have a single ripper to deal with. One day, I will get one in my possession. Rabid fooled me several times with this Canadian. Yeah, I tend to do that. I just flip these prices. I start them at different things here and there and wait for someone to comment on it, but I thought I'd do it before anyone beat me to the punch. Oh, 5900X, nice, good stuff. I can't spend that kind of money for CPU mining, not yet. You know what, maybe once Ethereum does move to POS, it might be a different mentality. It might be like, I can't afford that kind of money on a GPU and we'll be backed up on CPUs throughout the yin yang. Could be a thing. Boris ballin', 100%. Boris is ballin'. He is like 100% a baller. Massive rigs, and he likes to burn stuff too, if you guys are unaware. Okay, what do we got going on? How's everyone doing? Any questions? So I do have 24-hour mining profits so far based on AVN. We talked about it a little bit yesterday, and I did mine a grand total of, in 24 hours, as of 2 hours ago, 27,228 AVN in 24 hours. Now, I did wake up this morning and the miner on my workstation was off, so I'm not sure how long it was actually off for. But that does only work out with the current prices unless it did change. Let me just check some prices here right quick. I'm going to run over to here. Let's see, where's our prices? Uh-oh, did I erase my prices? Oh, here we go. AVN charts. Here's my AVN chart. So it's looking like $4. Oh, 00469. So is it down? I'm gonna hit the refresh button. So, all right. So it's down a slight bit from when I did my calculation. So I'm just gonna do some quick multiplication here on my old phone with the calculator. Let me just see what we got going on here. AVN. Now, if you're unfamiliar with AVN is, it was previously Ravencoin Lite, and it does look like the CPU mining side is a lot more profitable than the GPU mining side, just like what we kind of found out when it came to Raptoreum as well. So looks like it's heavily favored in the CPU side, but again, it's too soon to tell, and I don't really plan on putting my GPUs back on there, but I might do it for a couple hours just to see what's going on. But when it comes to price here, I'm going to go 27,228 times what our price is, 0.000469. That brings us to $12.76 in 1 day. So $12.76. Run over to Mine Raptoreum here right quick, and we put in I got my 15950X and whatnot. We're gonna see if there's a new snapshot. So refresh. So one 5950X, I got 8 3900Xs and 2 3950Xs. And mine Raptorium is saying $12.74 per day. So they're exactly the same right now. So it looks like Raptorium and AVN in the past 24 hours is about the exact same in profitability. Obviously, we got a lot more coins on AVN. So if we see a little price jump of, even half a cent or something, a quarter cent, then obviously AVN would become more profitable. There's hardly any hash rate currently on the CPU side, which is why we are obviously mining so many coins at this current time frame. So there's the past 24 hours worth of AVN, which, it's about as profitable. There's still 100% spec mining. I don't know if the coin will do anything at all. I'm guessing it probably won't, because I don't really trust forks of forks. It is the great grandchild of Ravencoin, if you are unaware. But who knows? We never know. It may do something in the future. What do we got here? Patrick Glynn, Woot. Dennis Matkovich at Rabid Mining. Can you help with no CPU temps from HiveOS setup? AMD 5600G on an Asus B550 Prime Plus motherboard. You're not getting any temperatures at all on your CPU? Are you fully updated and everything? I'm not sure how the temperature reports. The G is the one with the integrated graphics, so I'm not sure if there's a driver that needs to be implemented or not on HiveOS. I do not have that CPU myself, but all I can really say is make sure you do have everything updated as much as possible. You're using the stable version of HiveOS, and other than that, I'm not really sure. There used to be a command to actually showcase the Ryzen temperatures when Ryzen's first came out, the 3000 series in HiveOS, but that's been implemented into Hive now, so I don't know if there's potentially a new command you need for that particular CPU. Where do you see the AVN price? I'm not sure what this website is. I just Googled it and it popped up. Let me just adjust my screen again so we can look at this. I will send this link to you so you can kind of look at it. Not sure what's going on with exchanges or whatnot. I believe I heard like Trade Ogre or something has a BTC pairing. But here is the link to this page that I am using. So make sure you right click that. If you just click on it, you may leave the stream. So make sure you right click, open in a new window, and you'll be good to go. So that is what I'm currently using myself to check out the prices. And I don't know if there's a better way or not. Remember, it is way too new for me to understand what exactly could happen on this coin. I didn't find it anywhere. Thanks, no problem. 5600G, less L3, but iGPU. What is the L3 catch on the old 5600G anyway? I'm not even sure the specs on that thing. Boris, you probably know all this stuff. Let's take a look at the old Ethereum blocks. How is Ethereum looking today in terms of mining? Gonna hit the refresh button. 2.3, not bad. 2.1. Okay, so nothing major going on. No big NFT drops. We haven't had, any big miner tips. So yeah, we just have the bare minimum of blocks there. Our hash rate has gone down a little bit. Sitting at 901. We did peak up at 932 terahash, but it's coming down a bit, but it's constantly growing. So it did hit that 900 terahash mark, and it's just going to keep climbing from here up until who knows when, till crypto winter hits, or until, Ethereum moves to POS. Obviously, this will move to zero, and every other coin will just drop dramatically in terms of profitability. 5600G L3 cache. 16 megabytes. Ooh, that's not very much. You're going to be able to utilize 8 threads on Raptorium with that CPU. So yeah, that's not the greatest. Not the greatest at all. That seems like Intel got their hands on that thing and, kind of nerfed it down a bit. So I can't enter the Octominer giveaway in Reddit. Yes, that is something I wanted to go through a little bit. That's almost why my stream was a little bit late, because I went to the Reddit post to check it out to see what kind of action we got going on there, and it is not looking very good at the current time anyway. So we're just gonna run through here. Let me adjust this web read. Bam, right there. So we went through yesterday. Octominer is having another giveaway, and as of yesterday, including today and tomorrow, up until Monday, it is back down to single unit purchases. And if you do want to grant one, code Rabid Mining will grant you $25 off. They also have their own code of GPU mining, I believe it is. We'll scroll down and look at it. But remember, my code does grant the exact same amount. Red Panda Mining did have a code last week during his stream for $50. So Red Panda Mining is at $50 off, but I do not know if that code is still implies or not. If it does, try it out, and if it doesn't work, then obviously we got Rabid Mining here that will grant you $25 off. So scrolling through, where is this contest? So pretty much you go to the Reddit post. We're going to look at it in a minute, and you just got to upload a picture based on various different contest rules. So like one is checking out the coldest rig. So they want a picture with a temperature monitor of the coldest rig, and that'd be one. Number two is a dust bowl. So pretty much the dustiest, dirtiest rig you have. Take a picture of those, send them in, and you could win a prize here of an X8 Ultra. Number three is the RGB. So everyone that likes all the fancy colors and everything's going on, then that is the category for you. That is an X8 Ultra Plus, which is their latest model of their Octominers that they currently have. Against the grain, they want to see the most unusual rig out there. So something that is different. If we saw some of my rig pics from a couple months back, we saw somebody mining inside of a shopping cart. You know, that crazy type of stuff they got going on. You know, the backseat of a Tesla, back of a truck, something that is different that no one does, and you know, really isn't optimal. But look at that. This guy says heat power in your hot tub. Like, you're still doing something different. That's the category for you. Furballs. So this is pretty much take a picture of your pets with your rigs together and then wish upon a star. This is for you guys that don't have any rigs, or you wish you had a rig. You know, where would you place that rig if you had one? So, you know, just make up your own type of crypto mining farm and say, this is where I would like to place my first rig if I had one. So that's for you, all the dreamers out there. And obviously there's a whole bunch of stuff for swag bags and whatnot. And scrolling down, it will take you to the link to the GPU mining post on Reddit, and that is right here. So scrolling down to the comments here, it goes over what we just said, and it looks like people are having issues uploading pictures. Now there are workarounds where you use websites like, where is it, imgur.com. So what that is, like, it's a photo hosting program. So if you do upload to that photo host, and then you will get a URL to the picture, and then you can post a URL here. So the OP is suggesting that, but it does look like a lot of people are having issues. You know, this is just extra work you do got to do, but at the same time, you know what, it doesn't look like too many people are getting very many entries in because of this little headache here. So you could potentially have a higher chance of winning. So I'll just point that out. We might have to do a video on, you know, how to actually use those photo links and whatnot, and how to actually enter this contest. So better get on that right quick, because the contest is over on Monday at midnight. But yeah, it's look like people are having issues. So if you already know how to post those pictures through an image hoster or something like that, then you are already ahead, 10 steps ahead of everybody on here that's currently trying to do it. So yeah, great stuff here. Technical difficulties happening across the contest, but there are workarounds for it. Okay, let's see here. Going on to the chat. What's going on? Anybody mention anything? Yes, please. I didn't find it anywhere. Thanks. 120 watts sounds reasonable for 5950X. Might actually go higher. I don't know, man. Looking like another flop to me. Not device. Staying away from Avian myself. Yeah, I'm not saying go to Avian. I'm trying it for maybe this weekend. I'll get to like 50,000 coins, maybe 100. I'll stop there and that's it. I don't really trust Avian myself. It's way too new. It's way too out here. They've gone through 4 failed startup attempts so far trying to get their network and stuff rolling. So very interesting. Plus the algorithms that they chose for the GPU side is X16RT, and I'm pretty sure that is a heavy FPGA algo as well as ASICs. There are some ASICs that can mine that as well. So GPUs are going to have a lot of competition on that side of their actual algorithm. Don't have a Reddit account. Okay, so I guess you can't really do that way. I don't think it applies for guests, but who knows? I plan on wall mounting my Octo if I ever get one. That would be pretty sweet. The Octominers are pretty heavy, but a nice wall mount would look pretty cool on that. Cut the top out and put smoked windows in so you can see the cards. Oh, that'd be a wicked idea. That is a very good idea. Or a nice... Oh yeah, that's nice. All systems are in cases too risky with animals. I thought the same thing when they said with the animal thing and those Octominer stuff and ASICs or anything that you have in your farm. You know, what if the cat's tail got sucked into a fan or something? That would make a really bad mess. So yeah, I would not recommend having your pets by your rigs. And plus you get hair and everything backed up in there. You know, it'll cause a headache, potential fire hazard. Yeah, I'd keep the pets away. Can you please show me your NVIDIA settings on your GPUs for Avian? I have been mining with my CPU for a while, but I want to spend a day or so on it with a GPU. I didn't do anything. I just kept my Ethereum settings and I threw it onto Avian for like an hour and a half a week or two ago. So I don't really have any specific settings for AVN when it comes to the GPU mining side. I just knew that I took about 900 mega hash worth of Ethereum cards, which is my whole Octominer and my 5700 XTs. I threw it on Avian for about an hour and a half and I got about 65 coins and I was about 200 mega hash on Avian. And then I took one single 3900X, which was doing about 14 kilohash on Avian on the CPU side. And I was at about 35 or 40 coins in 20 minutes. So 200 mega hash on the GPU side was at 65 coins in an hour and a half. And a single 3900X was at like almost 40 coins in 20 minutes. So it definitely looked like it was very, very favorable to the CPU mining side. And again, just like Raptoreum, when I kind of tested that out, just because you could mine something with a GPU does not make it a good idea to use a GPU. Yes? Got coconut oil. Okay, thank you. The little one had to tell me she put some coconut oil on her lips. It's good for her. Oh, okay. I just want a 100k coin bag. Yeah, you know, I have a nice little bag here. Obviously, with the difficulty so low right now, it's only going to take a few days to stack up that big bag. It's like early Raptoreum stage. But moving on to the future, I don't really see too many use cases right now for it. I don't even really see what's going on with, like, Ravencoin's supposed to be halving pretty soon, right? But the devs, ever since it released, they've been getting slower and slower, and their devs, and correct me if I'm wrong, have anybody heard anything? I tried looking it up this morning of what Ravencoin plans on doing in the future and, you know, like dev talks and stuff, but it seems like they just like dropped out of the face of the earth. I can't see any updates that they plan on doing in the future other than the scheduled halvings that's going on. But like as a coin introduction or, you know, growth, I don't see any implementations coming to Ravencoin blockchain itself. So correct me if I'm wrong, but Ravencoin doesn't look like it has a very bright future to me. I could be wrong though, so let me know if you guys have been noticing that, have found any articles or anything where, you know, Ravencoin's implementing something soon to, you know, potentially bring up the price or not. They unstapled the carpet and are getting ready to pull it. Maybe. I used my Raven settings for it, which was much better than S settings. So it sounds like it's potentially more core intensive, which in return would also mean you're going to be using more power while mining it as well. So, you know, different things you got to sway here. Ultimately, you know, if you want to get a bag, you're probably maybe better off mining Ethereum, which is most likely 100% more profitable, and just swapping it to that coin as well. The same thing for Ravencoin. Instead of using the extra power and all that with the difficulty and everything, mining Ravencoin directly before the halving, you could potentially be better off again just mining Ethereum because it's the most profitable on the majority of GPUs, and then just transferring and swapping that over to Ravencoin if you believe yourself the coin is going to go up in a nice value or something. The devs got their bags when Raven hit 30 cents and headed out. Yeah, like, see you, we're out of here. We're in Mexico. Peace out. So, yeah. There you go. New CPU mining coin. There aren't really any new CPU ones. AVN, I guess, would be the newest coin, but it's not that. The price is very, very low. So, it's 100% spec mine. Right now, I prefer either mining Raptoreum directly or throwing your rigs on something like Monero Ocean, which did implement Raptoreum. It profit switched between a whole bunch of different CPU mineable coins, but it does pay you out in XMR. But because you could potentially be making more on that CPU in the XMR payouts, you can just swap that XMR over to Raptoreum and then move that Raptoreum into the smart node if that's what you choose to do. Currently mining Raptoreum versus the smart node, with the amount of Raptoreum I have, seems like I am making more through the smart node than I am from mining it each week. So you get your smart node payouts. The next one will be tomorrow. So it is every Sunday. And I think I'm getting around 4,000, 4,500 every Sunday worth of raptoreum through the smart node. And then I just put that back to the smart node. But when I come into mining it, it looks like maybe I'm around 2,500 to 3,000 raptoreum per week while mining it. So the smart node, obviously I'm not using any of my own power. It's 100% profits coming back. And, you know, it just seems that way. So I am taking my CPUs. I'm doing other testing and whatnot because I'm not essentially losing as much raptoreum as I would have been, you know, a few weeks back, a couple months back. Ready to ship stock? What's ready to ship stock? Raven needs to get on a big exchange like blockchain or Coinbase to be any better. For sure, I believe that everyone, the exchanges definitely matter. Ravencoin and crypto.com, like, I asked the support if they're going to add Ravencoin, and they said yes, it's in their list of things to add, and it's there as you can't, they don't have the actual wallet set up yet, but it's there saying, you know, it can. And then I asked them again, they said it's already there, look at the wallet. And I looked, and it's grayed out, so it can't be used. But so maybe it depends where you live, where they're potentially adding it. So I don't really know what's going on there yet, but it does look like some bigger exchanges are starting to adapt it. That's the same thing that falls with Ravencoin and other things. That's why I think actually raptoreum, raptoreum devs currently, right now anyway, are very active, always trying to get listed on extra exchanges. And because of that, that's why I do think raptoreum could have decent potential value moving into the future because of the very active devs. And that's what it takes. You need nice active devs in order to, you know, keep a coin moving forward and moving up. Smart nodes are now accessible at 500 raptoreum. Okay, so it does sound like 500 raptoreum. It did drop from 1,000 to 500. Originally, when I first sent them to the smart nodes there, it was 10,000. And then it went to 5,000, then 1,000. And now it sounds like, where are we at here? Where are we at? Who just said that? Seb Chaps S. He just said that it is down to 500 now. I also read that if you have some in the node already, the minimum is 1. So you keep on loading up to that onto your smart node, your onboard address there. And as soon as you have at least 1, it'll start implementing it into your nodes that you have. As long as you already have some coins into the node. So reaching that minimum payout initially. You sure your A2000 shipped or just expected to be shipped? It said my packages did ship. It said, like I said, I ordered 2 of those A2000s, and it says your package has been shipped, and it's coming in 2 different orders. So it sent it in 2 different boxes also. I have 2 separate emails saying package 1 and package 2. So I'm thinking it's shipped, and it says estimated delivery date is the 28th. So I'm not 100% sure if anyone else is receiving emails like that or not, but I'm assuming it says it's shipped. It says UPS picked up the package and all that other stuff inside the email details. It sounds like a ship. Whether it actually did ship, I won't know until, you know, it actually shows up at the door. So I'm not sure. So yours did not ship yet, Chancoin, because you ordered yours like 2 or 3 days ahead of me. So I don't know. Let me know. I don't know what's going on here. It seems like some people are having it delayed. Other people's aren't shipping. Mine says it shipped. So I don't have no idea what's going on here. It's the first time I ever did order from them. So I guess I'm just going to have to wait and see what happens. So obviously when I get them in, you guys will know because I'll be saying, hey, look, I just got these in. But yeah, I don't really know what's going on there when it comes to it. I'm assuming it told me they shipped. So not sure. Patrick Grant, I believe that you can buy Raven at crypto, but it forces it into an exchange wallet and will not allow transfer. Considers RVN a security different than BTC or ETH. Oh, that may be it. It may be in the exchange because I do know they're starting to ask for a whole bunch of, you know, identification stuff for their exchange side. So that could be where it's actually listed and hidden in the back end. Not really sure. Got yours delayed, still not shipped. What? That is so weird. Maybe because you ordered so many. But that wouldn't make sense either. So I don't know what's going on here. They used to be IBM, the same party that invented the what? Really? They used to be IBM? I did not know this. Interesting. Good stuff. How much does a motherboard affect hash rate? I have 2 3950X, one X570, one in B550, one is at 3.5 kilohash, one is at 1.7. Is this normal? What are you mining, Tenacious? Now, maybe one's just late. Are you in Hive OS? Are you in Windows? One just may be late to switch to the algo if you are on Raptoreum. The motherboard shouldn't really affect it that much. Where the motherboard actually comes into play here is actually when, if you plan on overclocking that CPU, you are definitely going to need a better motherboard. So that's where your X570s would be preferred over, like, say, the X470s, B550s and whatnot, because they'll have more current going through there, better VRAM temps. You know, the fans on your motherboard and everything will support higher overclocks better than the cheaper motherboards. But if you're just planning on running like 3.6, 3.8, you know, something nice and efficient, the motherboard itself shouldn't directly relate. But what can also happen, I have noticed when I mined XMR, you know, a few years back, that the motherboard BIOS does actually affect hash rate. I went through, what is mine? In my workstation is an X570 gigabyte Aurora Elite, I think is the one I got. And I went through everyone. There's like 16 different BIOSes there. And everyone did have a different hash rate. I did find like it was like the second oldest or third oldest one. So one from a long time ago when the motherboard first released actually gave me the best hash rates on that motherboard. Now, obviously now I cannot use that. It was when I had a 3900X in it, and I had to upgrade to at least the latest one of a minimum of 5000 series because I do have a 5950X in it. But that's one thing I did notice, that the BIOS version does affect your hash rate. So try different BIOSes. Again, it's not recommended to, you know, flash your BIOS in a motherboard unless you absolutely have to. You're running into issues, so do it at your own risk. But again, I have noticed different BIOSes affecting the hash rate depending on the motherboards. Thermal throttling used. Yeah, what's your temperatures at? You know, are all threads turned on the other one? Because they should not be changing around like that for sure. They should be pretty much exactly the same. IBM sold everything server and consumer side to I don't even know how to say that, Lenovo a few years ago. Everything but AS400, that is. Interesting. So yeah, I didn't know that. So they used to be IBM. Very, very interesting. Which ASIC should I get? $2,000. Right now, I don't even know if you can find an ASIC for $2,000. But, you know, maybe you can. You may be able to find an Antminer L3 Plus, potentially. Yeah, you're so shiny. Why? From coconut oil? Oh, it's moisture. Okay, thank you. Do not take the Octominer pet picture of your rig while you're updating the BIOS. Yeah, don't do that either. You might actually hit a button. And we also want to talk a little bit about some Octominers. Yes, they seem, people, when you first look at the initial price, you're like, oh, these things are expensive. But if you did see my video back when I did my little review on it, it only worked out, like with today's market and everything, of actually building a GPU mining rig. Like say you wanted a B550, B450, or what is it, B250 mining expert, or, you know, a H110 Pro BTC Plus or something, you know, something with 12 to 13 GPUs that you can run. It can only cost like an extra $50 to $100 to buy the Octominer than it does just to default build your normal GPU mining rig with, you know, you get your frame, whether it's a Veta frame or a AAAWave 10-12 GPU frame or whatever else. You know, it's only like an extra $50 or $100. And with the Octominer cases, you do get, you know, server power supplies, you get everything. You get those high powered fans, everything's enclosed. They cool better than an open air frame because it acts like a wind tunnel. So you have your intake and it's blowing all your hot air out right away. So it's like a mini version of, say, people that like to use grow tents and everything there. You got to keep in mind, when using a grow tent, you need enough CFM to actually exchange the air inside that grow tent, or a grow tent isn't really going to help you as much either, because you need to displace that air. So you need a good intake coming in and a good exhaust going out. That way it's exchanging that air. Or if, you know, if it's too slow, your rigs are going to start slowly overheating if you're not getting rid of that excess heat and time. So the Octominer, it does all this. It blows heat, blows the air through there. It's transferring it very, very fast. Those high powered fans, everything works. Better cooling than an open air rig. And then on top of that, it's just, you know, it's great. Like, you look at the price, boom, oh no, it's expensive. Try to build a rig, you pretty much spent almost the same amount. And the Octominer, I prefer it over the open air. So it just makes sense to, you know, purchase one of those Octominers. But that's just me. Stingy 38, thank you for the 50 knock. Can you show me some Canadian chocolate, please? Was so happy with the bag of chips. Oh no. Oh man, I don't have any chocolate here today, but you know what? For next week, I will definitely try to get some chocolate. You know what? Next weekend is Christmas, so I'm not sure if anybody will really be around. Obviously, it'll be a family and stuff, but I will still be live streaming. There's no days off for me. I go all the time because this is awesome. I love doing this. So, you know, there's no days off. I'll still be streaming, and by then, I should have chocolate because it's Christmas. Who doesn't really have chocolate on Christmas? So that'd be hilarious now if I don't end up having any chocolate then. But I'll try to definitely have some chocolate next weekend, and I will showcase that to you. Use a vacuum cleaner. It pulls a lot of air. Joking. Some vacuum cleaners do. Dysons, they're crazy, but you know, not enough for obviously a mining rig, but they do it. What is your suggestion? Should I get GPU rig or ASIC 2000? It depends what you want to mine, but if you're picking between an ASIC or a GPU, I would probably try to get some GPUs because, you know, say you're mining on that ASIC and something happens to that coin or that algorithm or something, that ASIC now becomes a doorstop and you can't mine anything with it anymore. GPUs, there's a whole bunch of other algorithms and coins that you can just swap around to if you choose to try a different coin or, you know, for any particular reason. So I would recommend a GPU over the ASIC for sure. What is this? Okay, what do we got here? Has anyone bought into Ring Financial? Never heard of it, so I haven't. Dark Venom Gaming. What cards should we buy under $500? RX 574 gigabyte for Ergo Raven would be best, I guess, as after F2 GTX 1060 1070 would give half profit, so no way of paying high. I don't really know. Always do your own research. Again, yes, that's a very good way to go, but the 570s, they're older cards. Those Polaris cards aren't necessarily as efficient as you would get with the newer cards, but at the same time, the newer cards you can't find anywhere unless you're paying over double or triple the price. So it's really a hard time right now to be in to actually get into crypto mining itself. But always keep an eye out. There is always, you know, sometimes that odd person that has no idea what's going on in the back end, and he might use, you know, that one card that you've been waiting for really cheap and not realize what's going on in the market. Obviously, the majority of the people do know what's going on, but you never know. You know, that lucky coin, pot of gold could be out there somewhere. Just keep checking everything you can. I can't wait to do the fan analysis. Running 5 fans at 100% will pull 126 watts. I'm sure those can be lowered for better acoustic power savings. Wow, 100%? Like 100% on your GPUs? That's crazy. I think I only run like 65% of my GPUs. Polygon any good? Polygon is a nice layer 2 solution. Actually, Polygon, a lot of pools are starting to use them. I believe, who's it? Ethermine, or not Ethermine. Yeah, Ethermine I think is using Polygon. 2 Miners is using it, as well as Flexpool is using it now for potential payouts. But when you do take those payouts from those pools and mining Ethereum, then essentially you're getting paid in Polygon now, which is Matic, and not Ethereum. So you may have to swap that back into Ethereum if you do want, you know, to hold the Ethereum, or you're pretty much just holding onto the Polygon, hoping for it to hit a bigger spike. Wait for the bear market. ASIC miners for $50 would be all over the place. The same ones that are 2,000 right now. Yeah, for sure. Like that's a good example. Bear market says the best time to get into anything. Honestly, the bear market is, and it seems like the cycles, they usually flow in like 4-year cycles. As we know, Bitcoin halving flows in 4-year cycles. It halves every 4 years. We usually end up with like 1.5 to 2 years of a nice bull run worth of mining. We also end up with a nice year of 2 years worth of like crypto winter type of mining. And crypto winter is honestly, in my opinion, the best time to look for gear. It's the best time to mine, and you know, it's just the best time for everything. People will be looking at their profits and being like, how is this the best time? You know, you're not making anything whatsoever. But because of this, everyone's looking at fiat value of coins. They're selling all their rigs, they're getting rid of everything. The market is in flux with all this used gear, so right away, you know, prices are going to go down because, you know, the supply just went way up, but the demand is way down because people aren't buying it. So that's when you start picking up everything for very, very cheap. Like you said, Antminer L3 pluses, $2,000, $2,500 right now. We're selling for $50 to $100 at that time. Load up on them. B250 mining experts. I got 2 of them with a CPU and RAM fully ready to roll. 2 of them for $30, so $15 a piece. That's insane. Right now, just for the motherboard, it's like $300 or $400 alone by itself. So that's how much the prices do differ in that time frame. I bought 12. What was it? I got 12 RX 580s, 8 gigabyte cards. A few of them were 4 gigabyte cards, 4 power supplies, an Amazon rack, 2 motherboards, and obviously the hard drives for everything for $1,250 or something like that. Complete set. Right now, if you were to look online, that'd be like $8,000 to $10,000 to get that. It's insane. So dramatically cheaper. Also, because there's a lot less people mining at that time, you are mining a lot more coins. So come next bull run, you just made a killing over mining right now and making the bare minimum just because the prices are higher. So in my mind, crypto winters is 100% the prime time to be mining. Again, depending how you pay for your power and whatnot, you may not, be able to mine. And that's what a lot of people are doing. They sell their rigs at that time because they're like, hey, this isn't profitable, because all they care about is the dollar value. Okay, anyway, moving on. Hope that kind of answered that question there for you. So, okay, thank you very much. I'm here next week. Looking forward to seeing some Canadian chocolate. Will be my Christmas present. Oh, right on. Your Christmas present. Seeing some chocolate. 12 volt, 2.1 amp equals 25-ish watts times 5 an octominer. Yeah, that's very true. I never actually, that's a good test. Let me know how that works out for you, because I should probably look into that too. I can only imagine how much power those fans are actually drawing, because they are nice high powered ones. Thank you, no problem. Probably a dumb question, but it's AVN a CPU or GPU coin, as in the most efficient way to mine right now? The most efficient way to mine AVN currently, in my mind, from what I've been small little tests, I haven't really looked in it too far, is definitely looking like a CPU. You can mine it with both, but a CPU is looking way more efficient and way more profitable than using your GPUs on it. What's up, Welco? What's going on? Hey, everyone, make sure you like the video. Yeah, everyone, like this. What are we at? 96 viewers, 47 likes. Hit that thumbs up, guys. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you are new to the channel, obviously. Just sold all my old gear, Vega 56s and 64s, all of my 1080s, 1060s. Make about 5,800 with it. About to invest in some newer, more efficient setup this time around. We'll definitely be posting that vid. Not your biz. Yes, sounds like a plan. And that's what I did, actually, when the 3000 series first came out and prices were starting to pick up on GPUs, because that's when, DeFi and everything started rolling out as well, that I ended up selling my 4 gigabyte cards just before the 4 gigabyte DAG hit. I kept 1 or 2 for testing, and I sold all those, the majority of those RX 580s for like double the price of what they were worth. So people were wanting them, so I was like, okay, whatever, I'm gonna sell them. And I literally swapped the hash rate around, 360 mega hash versus on 12, those Polaris cards. I swapped around for 4 or 5 3060 Ti's back to back, and I ended up with the same amount of mega hash, but for running a lot more efficient. So in my mind, that was a big plus, and it just worked out in a great favor. So that's exactly what I did do. I swapped mega hash for mega hash around for more efficient cards, and that's the way you got to roll as we upgrade and as we move through it. You got to start running more and more efficient, especially with what's coming when Ethereum moves to proof of stake. Because if you're running a lot of older cards, obviously you're still mining, that's what you need to do. But if you're running not very efficiently because you're burning up so much power, that definitely brings down the profitability on all those other cards. Very nice. Yes, I remember you mining on 4 gigabyte DAG, just a bit reduced hash rate in your test. Yeah, it was going good. I was still getting, what was it? The RX 580 4 gigabyte card was still pulling around 27 mega hash, like 2 or 3 months after the 4 gigabyte DAG file. Now, I haven't really tested it lately. It's probably down to like 5 mega hash, but I still do have one of those cards. So I'm going to plug that thing in here one of these days here soon and see if they can even still mine Ethereum or not on a 4 gigabyte card. If it does, it's probably like what, 4 or 5 mega hash, maybe only 2 mega hash, but we'll see what happens. I think that'll be a nice fun test to check out here. Any other questions? What should we check out now? What do we got going on here? Oh yes, if you guys are unaware, you raptoreum miners out there, just gotta flip over to this. There we go. It does look like, that's the wrong button. Does look like our pool is shutting down by December 20th. So that's in 2 days. If any of you guys are on our pool, you know, get your payout and get out. Just move to a different pool or something. I'm sure most of the people, you know, majority of the hash rate is still on Flock Pool. No matter what you try to showcase to people, they don't care. For some reason, they're stuck on Flock Pool. So I don't know what's going on. You know, I think they got some issues or something. No offense. But anyway, moving on here. Our pool is shutting down by December 20th. So 2 days from now. Now, this is the OP here who made this post. He doesn't work for our pool or anything, but it is official. Our pool is shutting down. So it's just been a hassle. It's kind of the same thing with the O11 data pool. It runs off easy NOP, and it's just a headache maintenance wise to keep rolling. As it hits a certain amount of hash rate, then you got to do a whole bunch of work. And you know, my mod running O11 data pool, he's running the same type of thing. Our pool was one of the original pools for Raptoreum initially, so it did its thing. There's more pools online now, so he finally decided, you know what, it's time to just shut her down, because you know it's literally a pain to keep it running all the time. So yeah, our pool is shutting down. If you're on it, move to a different pool, get your payout, get out, do whatever you got to do when it comes to that. Bam. Why are they closed? I don't know 100% sure why it's closing, but it just becoming just the engine it runs on is just not that great. Originally I thought, okay, maybe it's just shutting it down to actually do some upgrading, you know, maybe swap to another engine or some different type of ordeal that it runs off of, but it seems like he's shutting it down for good. And yeah, just doesn't look like there's any more art pool. It was the original official pool of RTM, but now it looks like it's gone, going away. O11 data is still there. It's still going on. Don't worry about that. At least for now, it's still holding in there strong, but it does run off the same engine. So like I said, it's been a pain to keep it, you know, nice and smooth for everyone. As you know, we hit a bunch of hash rate, and then all of a sudden, you know, the dashboard slows down and all this stuff, and it's nothing to do with the pool or the provider or anything. It's just easy NOP by itself is what causes these issues. It's just a really bad type of coding platform to use. So yeah, but no, O11 is not shutting down. Clear the air right now. It's our pool, not our pool, my pool, any of those type of pools. Our dash pool is shutting down. O11 data pool is still running. Nothing's happening to it. So if you are on the R pool though, it is highly recommended. Move to like, you know, Manifissal, O11 data, you know, Supernova. Try some other pool. Just, you know, stay away from Flock pool. Yeah, it's just a headache and he wants his life back. See, there you go. It's been a pain. Seb Chaps S. Yes, I 100% agree with you. That is a great pool as well. What's up? How are your GPU hanging? GPUs are hanging around. They're doing pretty good. How are you doing? What's going on? 13.37 on mine. Oh, that would be a funny test. Yeah, that would be it could be a fun test, because I'm very curious. I doubt there's anybody mining Ethereum anymore on a 4 GB card. But how long has it been? It's been like a year now. It's been about a year since the 4 GB DAG, you know, hit on Ethereum. So that's going to be a very, very good test. You know what? I wish I had that card in my hand right now. I'd go live right now and we could test that, but I can't. It'd take a whole bunch of, I got to shut down rigs, pull everything out, get everything running again. Make sure everything's in the right order with overclocks. Crazy stuff. Where's my Hive OS, by the way? Hive, where are you? Let's take a look at this. How are my rigs even running? I haven't really checked on them much today. Go to this. I'm going to move over to Rev, that one. There we go. Rigs look like they're doing okay. So this is CPU miner opt our plant. That's currently mining AVN. I'm probably going to go till Monday morning on AVN, and then obviously I'm going to be right back on Raptoreum again. Here's my Octominer itself. What are we looking at? Oh, 3060 Ti is down to 40.82 mega hash. The 3090 is still hanging strong, 123 mega hash. Nice, nice. Good stuff. Yeah. Farm looks like it's doing not too bad. Holding nice and stable for now. Switch. All right. Good day, sir. Hey, Great Baldini. What is going on? What's going on, everybody? Thank you, Misfit Miners. Raheem, what's happening? Do we have any other questions out there? Anybody got anything you want to talk about? We went over. Do you guys know about the Octominer thing though? Like, should we go over that again so you guys know? Maybe we should, because I didn't really talk about it today of what's actually going on there. So let's just take a look here. Tell you guys all exactly of what's going on the Octominer thing. Did I hit the right thing? I think I did. Yes, I did. So starting Friday, which was yesterday, guys, Octominer we saw last week, Red Panda Mining did have a live stream with the Octominer giveaway. This is pretty much the exact same thing that's going on, but this time it's being held on Reddit instead of a YouTube channel or anything. Now what you got to do is you got to add some pictures here, and as of yesterday up until Monday at midnight, single unit purchases are again live. So instead of the minimum of 5, which you usually have to do from Octominer, you can order 1 single unit at a time now, and that is for 3 days only and goes to Monday at midnight. Started yesterday, so it is live right now. So we got, in order to win some, so the prize here for an X8 Ultra, if you're unfamiliar what an X8 Ultra is, that is this guy right here. Let's take a look at the shop. Let's go to the shop here. What is the X8 Ultra exactly? So that's the X8 Ultra Plus. This is their very latest, newest model. X8 Ultra is this guy right here. So obviously it's for 8 GPUs. That's what's going on here. X8 Ultra is for 8 GPUs. There's different versions, and normally you can see the quantity of 1 to 4, 5 to 99, or 100 plus. You get a discount, obviously, the more you do go. Now it comes pre-installed, Hive OS. If you saw my video, we went right through this thing, and honestly, this is like one of the best miners you could ultimately get your hands on. These things are awesome. Absolutely amazing. So, in order to win, number 1, to get a prize of an X8 Ultra, you must upload a picture of your farm with temperature monitoring. The coldest rig wins, no cheating. Again, I don't know if you got to have an actual thermometer on top of your rig or in your room saying this is what temperature is, or if you can use like Hive OS and show, you know, the temperatures of your actual GPU or not. Number 2, Dust Bowl. You filthy animals. The dustiest, dirtiest, filthiest rigs will win this one. So take a picture of, you know, your dirty rigs here, and you can win a potential X8 Ultra. RGB. So there's you guys out there that love all the RGB lighting, the colors, you know, you like to make everything looking pretty sweet. This is the category for you. Take a picture of all your rigs with the LED glory, and you could win an X8 Ultra Plus. Now, this is their latest upgraded version of the X8 Ultra, and it comes with 4 750 watt server power supplies. They run full power on 120 volt as well as 240 volt, unlike the 1200 watt server PSUs, which will see a maximum of 900 watts if running on a lower 120 volt over 240. So this will maximize your actual power. So that's like 3000 watts, I believe, with 4 750 watt power supplies, and it will cater 120 volt. But keep in mind, if you're running all 3000 watts on 120 volt, you're definitely going to need at least a 30 to 35 amp breaker to hit around 3600 watts, and your 80% should keep you slightly above 3000 watts. So make sure you have the power and you're not blowing breakers in order to run this complete setup, or, you know, split 2 PSUs between circuits or something. Just keep that in the back end of your mind and wondering why, oh my gosh, I plugged this in, well, how come I won't run on my breakers? Well, you need at least a 30 or 35 amp 120 volt breaker to run this thing at full power. Fur balls. Let's see a picture of your pets. Again, this one I don't really recommend. We talked about it a little bit. You shouldn't have your pets anywhere near your rigs or on your rigs. You know, cat hair could light fire. Your cat could get sucked into a fan or something. That'd just be bad. But let's see a picture of your pets and your rigs together. Cats curling up, trying to stay warm. Dog standing guard. Hamster wheels, adding 2 mega hash, etc. Draw your pet with your rig. Take a picture. You have a chance to win. Wish upon a star. So this is for you guys that have no rigs or anything at all. No rig pics here. Instead, just show us yourself and where you would place your rig if you had one. So, you know, you have a nice spot. You're like, oh, one day I'm going to make myself a rig. I'm going to build myself a crypto mining rig. I'm going to have it right there. So take a picture of that spot. Say this is where you want to put your rig if you ever get one. And this is for you. This is the category for the dreamers out there. And the prize is the X12 Ultra, which is the 12 GPU version of their rig. So very, very sweet. So it ends on, the voting will start on the 12th. Voting begins. The voting will end on the 24th here, which is Christmas Eve. And then the winners will be announced Christmas Day on the 25th. So if you enter in this contest, Christmas Day, you wake up, you know, you open the presents, everything with the kids, and then you go online, you check out Reddit, and you be like, yo, I just won myself another Christmas present. That is awesome. So it's a possibility. You know what? Who knows if you'll win or not? It's a contest. A whole bunch of people will be trying. It does look like there's technical difficulties happening. We went through it a bit. people are not being able to post pictures on Reddit, so you're gonna have to use a URL or something. I'll try to make a video on that for you guys so you can get in there and, you know, kind of do this thing in advance. But also, what will we be giving away? There's also 10 Octo swag bags, which include black t-shirts, 2 Octo Miner stickers, 2 coasters, 2 magnets. This part's not part of it. That's just addition on. So this is everything total. 2 X12 Ultra high spec rigs, 2 X12 Ultra rigs, and 2 X8 Ultra rig plus rigs. So yeah, a whole bunch of Ultra plus. Here's pictures of their t-shirts, magnets, stickers, whatever this one was. What was that one? Oh, that's the coasters. This is the magnets, and oh, this must be all the stickers. And that is it. And then there's a link to this actual giveaway right here. So I'm gonna actually post this for you guys so you guys can get in on this. You got a cookie. Copy. Post that for you guys.
Cookies.
So that is a link to the actual Reddit test. Oh, your Rexes are eating cookies. Oh, cool. And coupon code GPU mining is for $25 off per item in your cart during that. And again, like I said, bam, I do have my own. Rabid Mining will also grant $25 off if you choose to use that code as well. So keep that in mind. Any direction you do want to play out here. Let's just jump right back over here. Bam, bam. All right. Yes, this switch is awesome. I love it. Den Duker, thank you for the 30 knock. First bump. Nice. Raheem, Rabid, can you fill my Octo with your GPUs if I win? I don't know about that. I don't know. I need more GPUs too. How about, can you fill mine? No, I don't know. I'm waiting for some GPUs. I don't have very many. I'm still trying to hit that 1 gigahash mark. I'm at like 940 mega hash. I need 60 more mega hash to hit that gigahash. So if those A2000s come in, it should bump me to my 1 gigahash mark finally. But again, I have to wait to see if they actually, you know, end up here or not. Canadian chocolate cookies. What do you think of helium mining? Helium mining seems great. A lot of people want it. A lot of people are into it, but I have not yet tested it myself. So I can't really confirm or deny if it's all that or not. It used to be Mr. Steal Your Blocks, which is now Mr. Steal Your Helium. He loves them. He lives about a couple hours south of me in Alberta here. And he's mining away with helium like crazy and absolutely loving it. Seems like it's a very profitable way to go about it. But I can't really comment on it because I've never tried it myself. Helium sounds like it's picking up. The only reason why a lot of people are thinking helium is kind of dead is because you haven't been able to get equipment forever. Like everything's been out of stock, back ordered. Some are slowly starting to ship again, and people are starting to get supply in again. So it's kind of, I guess, in a way picking back up where people are going to be talking about it because there's shipments coming in and all this stuff. So, you know, just like another cycle, it's been on like a 6 to 7 month, you know, shortage of trying to get any miners in, but it sounds like miners are starting to ship and stuff. So we're probably going to start hearing more about helium moving into the future from various people. What do we got here? If BTC goes down to 40K, do you anticipate, Ant miners S19s to come down in price? Down to 40K. Let me look at the price here. No, we're sitting at 46K right now. No, I don't think you're gonna see any sell-offs or anything across any crypto until, you know, maybe if Bitcoin drops to maybe 30, 35 or 30, maybe. Like it's gonna have to go like 50% before people start saying, hey, you know what, this isn't profitable, time to start selling or something. Maybe we're moving into a winter, you know, people will be on the edge, you know, maybe wait for it to go back up again, possibly go back down to see what they're going to do. So it's going to have to go down probably like, you know, quite a bit before you start to see the influx of people starting to sell off hardware. But if, you know, if this winter, whenever the winter hits, if it's coming up, if it's anything like the past previous ones, it does look like the drop in price was usually the winter lows is around 85% of the peak. So moving back to 2017, the peak in Canadian was around 18,000 and it dipped down to 3,000. So that's about an 85% drop. Moving into this year, it did peak in Canada at about 80,000 Bitcoin. Remember, I'm keeping Canadian numbers because I'm from Canada. I don't really know what it was at the USD time, but 80,000 Canadian. The 85% dip, if it follows the same pattern, if crypto winter even hits, that's looking at about 14,000 Bitcoin. So that's a dramatic drop, obviously. And if it does drop to that, then, you know, obviously we're going to see a lot of people selling a lot of hardware. And that's when we start, you know, mining a lot more coins. The difficulty is dropping, and we're looking for that, you know, that used market deals on crypto hardware. Oh, what's going on, Panda? What are you doing? Aren't you streaming? Aren't you supposed to be streaming right now? Or are you going in an hour? I now got to look at your schedule, see what's happening. I'm buying 10 BTC if it's 3K again. Oh my gosh, could you imagine if it hit 3K again? I really don't think that's going to happen at all. That is absolutely low. But you know what? Everyone can dream. If it hit 3K, oh, I can only imagine. People are going to be like taking out loans and all sorts of stuff. It's like BTC 3000, yes, everything you got right into it. That is totally going to be a thing, I think, if it happens. You're streaming an hour. I just woke up at 8. Oh, okay, you're in an hour. Gotcha. Nice. Anonymous, what do we got here? Ronald. Okay, I don't see any ads here. What's this? Mike Rabid giving away 12 GPUs for winter of Octominer. Just kidding. Yeah, I bet. Raheem, don't be kidding like that. That's crazy. You know, people really want that. Okay, moving on. What should we take a look at now, guys? I don't think we pretty much went through everything there is to look at that I know of. Check out our plat. Let's do a refresh here, see what's looking like on our plat. I'm gonna move to this. Let's check out this one here. There we go. Yes, I love this thing. This stream deck is awesome. Just bam bam. So I'm sitting at about, looks like my balance is at 22,627. I got 878 immature coins and 5,786 were paid. Now I wish this would have like an estimated type of ordealio here, but it doesn't. But again, AVN, very high spec mining. I don't really recommend it right now because their roadmap is pretty blank right now. They don't really know what they're doing yet with this coin. They could go, you know, it might not do anything. It could be say, well, we couldn't think of anything, so we're just going to stop now. But it does look like they're trying to add master nodes and everything, which looks like they're taking a book out of Raptorium's type of ordealio here. The GPU mining side is not looking that great. Do I have it actually brought up here? Let me take a look. I'm going to go into this one. So this is Raptorium. Let's just take a look at AVN mining pool stats. So this is the X16 side, which I wouldn't recommend doing. And we're going to have a look at the other side. Let's adjust this a little bit. Can't really see those too good. So there aren't too many pools on here at the moment, as you can see here. So we got, this is the X16R2. Now, maybe Panda can quote me on this. Is this, I believe ASICs can mine this. Definitely FPGAs can, and obviously GPUs. So picking this algorithm when they forked, I don't know if it was a very good idea or not. But we do have a few pools here. Zerg pool, Coin Miners, Z pool, Crypto Greek, Dark Fiber Mines. You know, we have 130 gigahash sitting here, or it looks like 60 gigahash sitting here on the FPGA, GPU, whatever type of side they got going on. 130 gigahash total. But if we do slip on over to the CPU side, which is Minotaur X, they got Arplant, Coin Miners, Zerg pool. We only have 24.13 mega hash on the network, and again 130 some gigahash on the total network. But when I did test this a couple weeks ago, kind of just revamping here what I've been talking about past little while, is the GPU side, 200 mega hash about, which is about 900 mega hash worth of Ethereum. I mined about 65 coins in an hour and a half. Now I took a single 3900X, I mined it for 20 minutes, and I was at 40 coins in 20 minutes with a single 3900X, or I had, you know, like 2500 watts worth of GPUs running for 65 coins in an hour and a half. So in my mind, it's looking like the CPU side of this is a lot more profitable than the GPU type of FPGA ASIC side of this. But again, I don't really want to test it again because it's just a waste of power, but definitely do another look into it. I don't really know what's going to go on with this coin. AVN is very spec mining mode right now. Very new. They've had a very rough time revamping If you're unfamiliar, Raven Coin Lite is what this coin was, and now they rebranded to AVN. It took about 4 tries. The difficulties were just wrong. Everything was broken. And I think finally they got everything fixed, but it did take 4 initial launches under the AVN name to actually get things straightened out here. So yeah, no idea what's going on. 100% spec mine. They have nothing listed in their future of what they want this coin to do. It's still just deciding to say, hey, you know what? We're still working on that. We don't know what we want it yet, but we have the coin here. So it could go up, it could go down, it could do something. It might not do anything at all. So if you plan on mining it, just keep in mind it may be a waste of time and power, or it could turn into something great. But yeah, I'm only mining this for a couple days, then we'll just follow it and see how it kind of does. Is that the right one? Oh, I adjusted the wrong one. Uh-oh, now my screen's all messed up. There we go. There we go. Bam. All right. So moving on. Do we have any questions going on here? Let's see here. My XM rig, the version from Monero Ocean, is stuck on Ghost Rider. Anonymous miner, what do you mean it's stuck on Ghost Miner? Like it's mining Ghost Miner and won't swap? Are you using the Gulf stratum or the US stratum? Although Raptoreum is implemented on all the stratums now, so it's fully implemented on Monero Ocean, so it's probably just mining Raptoreum because it may be the most profitable coin to mine currently. Because how Monero Ocean does work is it mines like Haven, XMR, Wow Nero, what is it? Obviously Raptoreum's on it now. What other coins? There's a few other coins. There's about 15 CPU mineable coins on it, and based on the difficulty, based on the hash rate that's on the coin, which is the difficulty, based on the price, it will swap based on the benchmarks that your CPU did do initially, what coin it should mine to you know, give you the most amount of profits for your CPU, and it does pay you out in XMR. So if you're mining Raptoreum and it's stuck there, it's probably just thinking, you know, Raptoreum is the most profitable coin, keep mining it, and then you're getting paid out in XMR. But what you can do if you want to use a Raptoreum smart node, this is potentially the best way to mine currently with your CPU to be the most profitable. Then you just take that XMR, you swap it over to RTM on an exchange, and then you put that in the smart node, and you could potentially be making more Raptoreum per day doing it that way than mining Raptoreum directly, which a few people in Discord are actually reporting that they're making more Raptoreum that way than they were mining it directly. So, you know, just another way to mine. I really do like Monero Ocean as a platform for CPU mining myself. If you love XMR, and some people do, they just mine 100% XMR all the time because they love the coin, they love what it stands for, even though it's one of the most profitable coins to mine on your CPU, people still do it. So if you just want XMR to hold, then Monero Ocean is the way. If you want to support the network, obviously mine the coin directly. And if you want to stack it, you can also point GPUs at Monero Ocean as well, because they also have Ethereum pools, and then everything will be ultimately paid out in XMR. So there's a bunch of different ways you can do a whole bunch of different things, but in the end, Monero Ocean is 100% payments only of XMR, and it does profit switch through a variety of a whole bunch of different coins. It's like another version, I guess, of NiceHash, but it's a pool. Does this AVN mean that Raven Lite isn't worth nothing? No, Raven Coin Lite is gone. It's dead. No longer around. AVN is Raven Coin Lite now. You can swap your old Raven Coin Lite over to AVN, I believe. I'm not sure what all required in that, but you do need a wallet update and all sorts of other stuff that they did implement in order for you to do all that type of stuff. So I don't know the back end because I never even touched on Raven Coin Lite at all. I've seen a few people, you know, talking about it, but I never really looked at it. A lot more people seem to be digging into this AVN thing or not. I don't know if it's because they think it's a new coin or if they do finally realize it is Raven Coin Lite just rebranded. So I don't know, but we're kind of touching on it a little bit just so we can look at its profitability in its early stages. And it does remind me really, really early stages like this. It does remind me really early Raptoreum mining, because we were making, you know, 3 months ago mining Raptoreum, we were pulling in like 9,500 to 10,000 coins per day, where now, you know, you're getting like 400 coins depending on the hardware that you're using. What is the max power I should safely run through a 15 amp 120 volt circuit? Well, let's take a look at that. So if you're unfamiliar how to figure this out, you just take your 15 amps. Let me just erase my calculator. So you take your 15 amps and you times it by your voltage. So 15 times 120 That's going to give you 1800 watts peak power. Now remember, that's peak. That's running 24 or the max that it can go to. So it'll start running warm. You can run your max power if you're using stuff like, you know, hot water heaters and, you know, coffee maker, stuff like that, vacuum, because what it does is it turns on the power. It uses a lot of power, but then it's off within, you know, a couple minutes, and it gives time for your circuit to cool down. But with mining, you are mining 24/7, so it's not recommended to run at the peak power. So that's where the 80% rule kind of comes into play, because then you can run it 24/7 and not have to worry about your lines and stuff heating up. So we take that 1800 watts, we just times that by 0.8, and that will give us 1440 watts, which is the max amount of power I recommend you should run on a 15 amp 120 volt breaker. So your answer is 1440 watts. If that helps. I probably didn't have to go through the whole explanation thing, but yeah, just kind of let you know, give you a little insight of what's going on there. Oh, D miners, you got a ripper? Which ripper? What ripper are you ripping with? Because I want a ripper. I wish I had a ripper, but rippers are just too expensive. Oh, gotta love them rippers. Raheem, thank you very much for the thread ripper fund. Thank you, Misfit Miners. What? Where's all the Misfit Miners? I'm not a Misfit Miner. What's going on here? Are you in the right stream? I think you're in the wrong stream, Raheem. I'm just bugging you. Oh, what's going on? So, any other ads? Any other going on here? There was a brief time for about 6 months in the 80s when many were speaking with fake Canadian accents because of Bob and Doug McKenzie. What? Oh my gosh. What about, what's it called? What about South Park? You know, us Canadians, we got our floppy heads. Isn't that what they say? The South Park Canadians, we run around with our floppy heads. Then we got Terrence and Phillip. Oh my gosh. Do I have a video with XMR setup in Hive OS? Yes, I do have one somewhere. Let me just, you know what? Let's just click through here. It's here somewhere. I'll find you the link here. Where is it? Where? There it is, right there. Look at. Nope, that's a backup pool. Never mind, that's not the one. That's how to add a backup pool to XMRig. Where is it? Exit. Oh, right there. I think I found it. I just passed it. This one right here. XMRig guide for Raptoreum, Hive OS, as well as Windows 10. So that's the guide right there. Look for that one. It's there. So XMRig. D miners, US $5. Threadripper money, more from Misfit Miners crew. Oh, more from. Oh, I gotcha. Coming from the Misfit Miner crew. That makes more sense now. Now it's working. Yes. If you guys are unaware, I have a Threadripper fund because I'm trying to get a Threadripper. I want a Threadripper. At least, what is it? A 3970X is the minimum Threadripper I want, because if you're unfamiliar with the Threadrippers, a 3970X is about equivalent as two 3950Xs. So it's a what is it? It's a 32 64 thread machine monster. So that's going to be a wicked CPU mining thing. It's on the lower end of the budget when it comes to them. You got your 3990Xs, your 3995Xs, but those things are insane. They're like, I don't even know, over $6,000 Canadian just for the CPU, and then the motherboard is at least $500-600, and oh my gosh, they're just extremely expensive. And you could potentially build 5 or 6 5950X rigs for cheaper than the 13950 or the 3990 or 3995X rig, so for the same hash rate. So obviously you're better off using the 3 and 5000 series because it's a lot cheaper, but just a Threadripper as a bulk type of workhorse, oh, I totally want one because it'd just be an amazing thing to test with. It'd be awesome. It's like, you know, dream CPUs. Once Rabid Mining gets the Ripper, he will have to start a Ripper motherboard fund. Yeah, we got the Ripper, guys. Now we're onto the Ripper motherboard fund. I know, it's insane. And then, then do you know what, guys? Do you know what comes after the Ripper? Do you know what comes after the Ripper? Come on, I'm waiting for the first person to say it. Someone knows out there. Somebody knows what I'm talking about. What comes after the Ripper? Think of it as loot. You know, something loot. There we go. There we go. John DeLuca, you said it. Epics. The epics. Yes. Those epics. Oh my gosh. Can you guys, I don't even want to bring it up because I just, you know, that new one that's coming out, that epic, what is it? 128 core, 256 thread or something. Oh my gosh. It's probably like $30,000 just for the CPU, but oh, could you imagine that thing? 128 core CPU. Panda probably already ordered it. Panda, where are you? Are you still there? Did you already order it? Probably pre-ordered it. It's going to be at his doorstep release date. Oh man, that new Epic that's coming out. You can only imagine the performance that thing will have. That video is also for mining Monero Ocean. No, fully electric. That XM rig is only for XM rig and Raptoreum. You can utilize pretty much everything in that video, but instead of downloading XM rig, you will have to download XM rig MO fork. So you're gonna have to use the MO fork to actually use the profit switching on Monero Ocean. So normal XM rig will not work. You'll only mine single coins directly if you use XM rig, and you will require the MO fork of XM rig to do the profit switching. But I am going to be working on that Monero Ocean video here, running the MO fork, get it set up guides for you guys, because a lot of people really want to get on Monero Ocean by the sounds of things. It's great. I love Monero Ocean. That's how I actually used to be mining all the way up until, you know, Raptoreum did what it's doing. Well, became so profitable. But now that Monero Ocean implemented Raptoreum, then, you know, it's time to go back to Monero Ocean, I think. I'm being lazy today. This is bad. Oh, D miners. It's okay. 1K plus Avon in a day. Not bad. Not too bad. What CPU are you rolling with? It's a lot to learn, but I'm enjoying it. Alan Clark. Nice, nice. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, more Ripper funds. Yes. Keep them Ripper funds rolling. We need a Ripper, guys, right? Ryan Bar 2010 US $5 for the Ripper fund. Oh my gosh. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. One day this Ripper will be upon us. This could be hilarious. All right, guys, we got our Ripper motherboard fund. Oh, insane. Could you also see how to change out of XMR? It's difficult to do in some places. What do you mean, John DeLuca? What do you mean by it's difficult to change out? Like, could you show how to change out XMR? I don't know what you mean change out XMR. Like, just swap to a different miner? It's just as simple as double clicking in a different folder. I don't know. I'm not sure what you mean there. How's the AVN thing going? Corbett, it's going not too bad. So I added it up earlier today. 24 hours as of 9:40 my time this morning. I was at 27,228 AVN coins in 24 hours, which works out to be about $12.74. Not too bad, really. But you know what? Let's compare that to a 3070. So, oh my gosh, that's like 10 rigs I have here. So 10 3070s is obviously going to be a lot more profitable. Can you guys see my screen? Kinda, maybe. Let me see. Yeah, I'm still on web read. Oh, I was on the wrong one. Okay. So yeah, obviously a GPU is doing $37.90 before power. So not too great. Well, it is great, but definitely not what we were doing like a couple months back. 103070s were upwards of like $50 or $60 there not too long ago, and we are down. We were like almost 50% in profitability. Oh my gosh, that's actually pretty insane. Oh my gosh, look at the Threadripper fund. I'm gonna go order. You know what? Where's Amazon? We're gonna be ordering this right now. I think we're almost there. We're almost there, guys. Holding a raffle. We're almost there. We're gonna go order that Threadripper now. Oh, TechPad TV, $5 donation. Why not? Good luck on Ripper homebrew. Nice. Golden Wolf, rip that Ripper fund. Nice, the $5 donation. You know, what are they worth right now? Let's go to PC Part Picker. Let's have a quick look here. What is a Ripper going for these days? PC Part Picker. I didn't even spell that right. Okay. So here we are. We have to go to Canadian here. Canada. Go to Canada. Oh, what do we got? Fully electric for the Ripper funds. Yeah, nice. $9.99 US donation. Anonymous miner for the Reaper. Wait, I mean Ripper. Yeah, I was like Reaper. That's not good. What's going on here? You're sending the Reaper to me. Oh, Anonymous miner, thank you very much for the $10 donation. This Ripper will be coming in no time at this rate. Nice. Okay, where am I looking here? Where's my Rippers? Here's the Rippers. Saved parts list. Ripper. Okay, $4,400. It's gonna cost to build this thing. Let's look at the Ripper in general. How much is just the CPU? Order it now. Order. I wish. My screen. I'm gonna adjust it to full screen here. Bam. There we go. So where is the cheapest? It's out of stock at $26.81 here. Look at that. It's like $1,000 cheaper, but out of stock up here than Amazon. Oh man. No. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna make sure there's nothing over here. Okay, good. This is my business account, so I can have this view. So do we have any used? Is it used anywhere? Total price. No, I don't want all that. $36.30. Oh my gosh, they don't have it used anywhere. There's even a business deal on it. Oh, this is horrible. New and used, 36. New, 36. So there's no special deals on it here. But look, other places have it for $1,000 cheaper, but obviously it's out of stock. That's, oh, no. I don't like it. Okay, moving on. Let's try to look for $39.90. What's that going for? Hey, I think it's cheaper. It went down in price, guys. Oh, it's from somewhere else. It's still that much. Out of stock. In stock at Shop BC. Look at that. $54.91. It's in stock. Order? What? Order? Did I hear you guys say order? Are we saying order? 3990X? The 64 core monster? Order? What? Oh, it's back ordered. Oh, man. I would love so much to be like, okay, send now, please. Thank you very much. Come again. Oh, yeah, I wish. That'd be nice. It's only 2.9 though, so I'd run this at about 2.9. Because remember, if you go past its stock clock, then you're going to start using a lot of power. But look at this, 256 megabytes L3 cache. That will fully utilize, so what is that, 64 cores? So 128 cores. That's enough L3 cache to fully utilize 128 threads on Raptoreum. This thing would mine like a monster. Now, we don't have the speeds like we would on like a 5000 or 3000 series, but no, we'd be running at 2.9 and this thing would still just be insane. John Germain, Threadripper, thank you for another $5 donation. Real CPU require real motherboards. Yeah, they do. They definitely do. Where's the motherboards on these things? Let's just take a look at that. Let's look at these motherboards. Motherboard. So this is the cheapest motherboard you can get. Go to price. Cheapest motherboard currently is the Gigabyte TRX 40, and it is $520 for the cheapest one. Do you guys see that? Have you tried the CPU mining directly to your Avian wallet? What do you mean by directly to my Avian wallet? Like my Avian wallet? Yeah. Let me find it. Where's my Avian wallet? Let's just find it right quick. Programs. Where's my wallets? All my wallets are right here. AVN. This is like, they get upgrading their wallets. So here you can see this is Avian Take 4000 wallet, because I got my wallet and I got the second wallet. And then finally after the fourth one or something, when they finally got everything implemented, I just named it Take 4000. So this is the latest wallet. So if you mean by mining to the core wallet, then yes, because I do have one payment of 5,000 and some coins in here. So we're just going to let that do its thing. But yeah, look at these motherboards. $520 for a Gigabyte TRX 40. That's the cheapest one. And it doesn't even have any reviews, so I don't even know if it's any good or not. Like, I don't know. Look at this motherboard. $2,000 for the TRX Aurorus Extreme. Like, these are not cheap motherboards at all. Not whatsoever. Insane. Yeah. Crazy. Threadrippers are so expensive. Makes me want to cry. Threadripper Pro 3975 WX 2390 euro. 2390 European, and that's like half of what ours is. So here that'd be like $4,600. See, the Pro version is good. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the Pro version, that's the higher clocked version. So like you got the 3990X that I just showed you. It's 3.9 gigahertz is the stock number. Then it can boost and overclock. And that's when you start going over the stock clocks is when you start becoming very inefficient. Now the 3995, which is the WX Pro version of that, it has increased boost clock. So it does go up to like 3.6 or 3.8 as the stock clock, and then it boosts to like 4.2. So ultimately that would be a better one probably for mining, but then the price jumps up that much more as well. So very, very bad stuff. Okay, where was I looking at here? what was I just gonna look? Oh yeah, we're gonna look at this wallet. Core wallet. Yes, upload. So I'm gonna hide. So you can see I have 5,850 AVN currently in my wallet. So is this what you mean by mining to my wallet? I don't know. I'm gonna close that out now. But that's my wallet. I'm not sure if that's what you're referring to. I have ASRock X399. I love the board so much. I'll put picks up and Misfits rig picks soon. I'll put on pandas too. But what about mine? You're gonna put them in mine? You just gonna skip my Discord altogether? I'm just bugging you. Again, yeah, if you guys are not in the Discord, be sure. Link is in the description to my Discord. So be sure to click on that and join up. Ripper Pro 2680 USD on Newegg. See, that's USD, not Canadian. So that's still like $3,500 Canadian. Oh, insane. I don't see the config file for my avian miner. Please remove my Ripper build in Discord rig picks. You want it removed? Why do you want your Ripper removed? Your Ripper is awesome. But if that's what you really want, I will. No, we still got to look at your picks, don't we? Tomorrow. We got to look through your rig picks tomorrow. We didn't get to them yet. We'll remove it after review it. My bad. Yours too. Yeah. Javen 2025 Monero Ocean released an update to XM Rig Proxy that supports Raptoreum mining. Yes, they 100% did. Their Golf Stratum, which is their main stratum, you point to that one and it picks any one of their stratums, depending on the lowest latency. So the best one. So mine to Golf, and yes, that does mean Raptoreum is on all their stratums now. So 100% Raptoreum mining on Monero Ocean is now opened up, when it was previously last week or the week before only on the US stratum for testing, but it is wide open. So what you're referring to there as the proxy on Monero Ocean is, yes, Raptoreum is now fully implemented across Monero Ocean. What is the URL to download the PC version of the Avian wallet? Well, you know what? Let's just go find out right now, right quick. Let's hear it. Full screen, bam, like that. So Avian, I don't even know, Avian. I can't remember how to, there you go, Avian home. So just go to their website. Just like most questions when it comes around Raptoreum, the website usually has the majority of what they need. So here we have wallet. Let's click on that. Download Windows wallet. Oh, and you just got to do it. Okay, so I can't really just send the link. So here's the link to the different wallets for AVN if you want to choose it up. Pick it yourself. So there is the wallet if you want to download it. I DM you on Discord. I'm censored here for some reason. You're censored? What? That's insane. Sorry about that. I'm not sure why you would be censored, but it's okay. We're all good. What do you guys think about Raven 1 year plus? I was actually looking, you know what? Let's take a look. What do analysts think of Raven 1 year plus? They're looking like only maybe 19 cents on Raven. Seriously. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know if it's going to do that good. People aren't really talking about it. The devs seem like they went to bed or AWOL or took off, but we don't know for sure. Let's go back into this one and let's just look at Raven Coin future. I don't know. I can't remember what I was looking at earlier. Raven Coin price prediction. So there's something right here. You can kind of see. Let's do this one. So right here, it is saying next, Digicoin's Raven Coin price prediction of 2021 is set for about 15 cents by the end of the year. The site sees the coin price rising to about 19 cents by November of 2022. So obviously that halving is not helping according to price predictions. Again, we can never trust these things or believe in them. Again, not financial advice either, but these are just, you know, what some people are saying. And then 25 cents 12 months after that in 2023. And then the Raven coin price should be around 31 cents in 2024 with a prediction of 41 cents in 2025. So it's looking more like a normal, you know, maybe you should get shares in like Apple or something, because small percentage increases over X amount of years is how these guys are kind of looking at it. Over, you know what, Raven Coin's having, it's gonna at least double in price, which is what a lot of people are thinking, but I really don't think it's true because there is not any information. Like, let's take a look at Raven Coin's website on its own. Raven Coin home, like their future, like they don't have any updated notes on what they're gonna do. Just to screen the web read here. So where's their white paper? white paper. So development roadmap. Look at their development roadmap. Complete. And there's nothing to be updated anymore. There's nothing coming into what they're going to do. So white paper, I don't know, a whole bunch of stuff about the coin, but there's no information on if they plan on, you know, adding improvements or anything to the coin. So in my mind, that just doesn't look good in terms of future of it. So should you really be mining Raven coin, even though the halving's coming? You know, it could go up, it could go down. Some people were saying they were talking about veal or something the other day, and it just went through a halving and the price actually crashed. So people are wondering, is the same thing going to happen to Raven coin once its halving goes through? We have no idea, but I don't know. It's just not looking very, very great. Again, a lot of people know, smarter people have said totally opposite thing I just said, because there are some massive farms that are actually mining Raven coin and fully believe in it. So they probably know something I don't know, and you know, I don't know much on the blockchain back end or any of these type of developers. So if you guys do know something that's going on with Raven coin, please let me know, because I'm very curious myself, because I have no idea. Honestly, I have no idea what's going to happen to Raven coin. It could go up, it could go down. In theory, because of a halving, it should go up. You just think so. It's harder to get a hold of. You know, the block rewards are 50%, so the price should go up. But you know what? If they're not doing anything, if the devs went AWOL and they ran away and they're not updating their network anymore, it's just going to slowly die off. So, yeah, what's going to happen? No idea. Again, not financial advice. You still solo on Raven? I think he's still soloing. I'm pretty sure he is. It does seem fairly profitable solo mining it. BBT is definitely, he's heavy in the Raven coin for sure, and that's why I'm wondering, what is it doing? What I haven't heard what's going on with Raven coin, so somebody check it out. Someone know, let me know, what has he said lately? Because there's definitely something going on that Raven coin could have huge value, but I just don't know what it is. How did you get your 5700X TX GPU and your mixed rig to only pull 79 watts? I know that software numbers still, mine is like 120. It's doing about, what is it? It's 131 watts at the wall, that card. And I actually flashed it from XT to non-XT. If you are unfamiliar with that, let's see here. Red breed, go to that one. So yeah, as you can see, it's saying 5700s instead of XT. So it's a non-XT BIOS. And I also did a little reference mod to it as well. I changed some of the values in there. I do have a video on it. Obviously, it's an older video because the 5700 XTs were like the go-to card last year or year before the 3000 series. So, but that's when that video was done, and I can't even remember what it's called. So definitely have to check that out. But yes, it is a non-XT BIOS flashed into here, and it's kind of funny because when the 5700s first came out, people were trying to flash them to the XT BIOSes to, you know, get better mining hash rate, but they mine exactly the same. And I actually went the opposite way, and they were a little bit more efficient. So yeah, interesting stuff right there for sure. Okay, I watched, yeah. Man, yeah, he is doing something with some crazy mega farm, that is for sure. PBT's got some nice hash power, 100%. God, can't deny that for sure. BT said recently ETH mining will be hyped, might be hybrid. Yeah, I heard something about that. There's been the odd turn of events, because I see that that'd probably be a smarter thing for Ethereum to do, is the initial transition to have a hybrid model, in my mind. Because if they go to straight POS without the hybrid model, then, you know, if there's any issues with it, they're done. It's over with. Game over, Ethereum. See you later. Network crash. Gone. Not happening. So keeping the GPU side in parallel for a little while until they get the POS side fully implemented does sound like a smarter move. So they do have like a, you know, essentially how it'll work though, really, like if you think about it, that's what Raptoreum is right now. You got your mining side and your smart node side. So Ethereum moving to POS is like having your node side only. So having the, you know, the GPU side running parallel to keep, you know, them bouncing back and forth all the time until they can fully implement the POS side, I think is a very smarter idea on, you know, on Ethereum's end, on a network standpoint. As for mining, I don't know if it'll have any issue with, you know, if the rewards would drop or not, because those block rewards are also going to have to start getting cut with the validators as well. So I don't know how that's going to have a profitability effect with the GPU miners, but you know, things will be very interesting. And I do think that's a better idea to go about the whole situation with the merge. So yeah, I know BBT was talking about that for a little while. I haven't really read much on it, but you know, I think that is what they should do. But again, I'm not a dev. I don't know what's going on in the back end. BBT is buying ASIC in Canada. What? Buying ASICs in Canada is down so much. Hey, Raptoreum is down quite a bit, but if you think about it, technically on a support level, Raptoreum is up. So I talked about this the other day because people were talking about the same thing. And when I first started mining Raptoreum, it was almost where like AVN is right now. It was a half of a cent. It wasn't even 1 cent. It was a half of a cent. And then, you know, you start mining it, and then the price went up to 1 cent and dropped down to 3/4 of a cent. Then it went to like, you know, a little over a cent. And then the support was at 1 cent. So, you know, it's gaining value. And then it went up to like, you know, 1.5, back down to 1, over a little over 2, back down to 1.5 or so. And then it pumped up to like 8 cents when everyone started talking about it. And, you know, all this stuff came in, and all this hash rate came in. Then it dipped back down and settling around 2 cents right now, 2.5. So that is still a constant support rise. So over time, you know, it's a, like I say, it's a 2 or 3 year hold. You got the smart nodes, all these things. Just give it some time, you know, and that 2 cents will become 3 cents, and then 4 cents, and then 5 cents. And who knows, maybe somewhere we'll see another massive pump where it hits, you know, $2 or $3, and then we sell. You know, I just messed it up, but you never know. Like, I'm just saying, things could happen, and we see another pump, and who knows what happens there. And then it'll come back down. But the support levels are getting higher and higher at the bottom range. So that is a good sign in my eyes, I think, anyway. So anyway, let me know. What do you guys think? 32eth, and you got a node, then you run it, and you make an incredible amount of income. That's very true, D miners, but I don't know how that's actually playing out, because I know the nodes are getting their block rewards and whatnot, but the whole Ethereum 2 time frame is it started at 18%. So depending on your 32th node, you're getting 18% per year. But as more people put nodes online, that percentage is dropping. And we do see that the Raptoreum smart nodes as well. Obviously, we're a lot higher, but every time more nodes do go online, like next collateral increase bump, like right now it's at 1.25 million on Raptoreum. I believe January or February, it's moving to 1.5 million. So the percentage at that point will go down a little bit more. So as they build up higher and more people get on them and more nodes come, the percentage goes down. The same thing is applying to Ethereum, but the percentages are way lower right off the get-go. So it starts at 18%. As more people put in their staking and their 32th nodes, that percentage is dropping. I think now it's down to like what, 4% from the initial 18%. So it's down quite a bit. So I don't know if you're actually getting block rewards based on Ethereum, or if the devs are almost capitalizing on that Ethereum through the blocks that the validators are getting, and you're just getting a staking percentage for having that validation. The other thing that's very, very interesting is when all these nodes and 32th nodes first started coming in, Ethereum was only like $300-400 at the time. So it was cheap to get in. They have all this. Now we're sitting at like a 5,000, or I guess that's Canadian's 5, but we're sitting at almost 4,000 USD Ethereum. So your profits are times whatever. So there's some people saying, you know, once full implementation of POS does come into effect, all those people that's been staking since $400 or $500 ETH, they're going to dramatically take a lot of profits. They've made a lot of money. So as soon as those wallets unlock and you can actually pull back out, because right now it's only a one-way trip in, once those wallets unlock and you can start pulling out profits, bam, there's probably going to be a lot of people selling, and we could see an initial dump across Ethereum when that happens. So it's very interesting how things could be playing out when, you know, moving into the future. I don't know how it's going to work though, but 4%. Yeah. ETH is one of the lowest APYs out there, and it's very interesting. I don't think they're getting traditional block rewards for being validators with their nodes. They're just getting based on percentages like that. So yeah, you stake a 32th node, you're only getting 4% back now, when originally when you did it's also 18%. and it's going to go down and down until eventually. I tried saying that when they first initially brought this out, when it was still at 18%, and they were looking for the first, 2,000 or 5,000 ETH to be validators when it first started up. I was like, eventually this thing's going to drop to like 1%. And that's like the same as a centralized bank account, a high interest centralized bank account. So where is Ethereum going to be better than a centralized banking system at this point? It's not. Like, it is moving into a total centralized 1% rich type of world. This direction is taking. So that's why one thing I hope Ethereum crashes and burns myself, but it's probably not, because there's so many DeFi apps and everything being built on it. But at the same time, we got Polygon, we got Cardano, we got a whole bunch of other networks that are, have faster transactions, cheaper transactions, and DeFi is starting to be built upon them. Long term, if Ethereum turns into some centralized world, these other platforms could pick up its slack and potentially become better as a network than Ethereum. But again, it all comes down. That's why I keep saying, if Ethereum does mess up this transition over from proof of work to proof of stake, then, and they get any hiccups at all, that'll open up the eyes to other platforms where people will be like, I'm going to use these ones instead. See you later, Ethereum. So that's why they do have to have a seamless transaction, or, things are going to look very bad on their end. But again, I'm not a trader, and I don't know really too much on the back end of all this stuff. So I don't really know what's going on, but some of you guys probably have a better idea of that. But that's just me, not financial advice. People are already be building better mousetraps. Yeah, for sure. Tons of them. What else is going out there? Oh yeah, XMR. If you guys are unaware, XMR is actually starting to get DeFi built onto it. And I kind of talked about it. There's another coin. This is very exciting news, actually. And I'm not sure how it's going to play into it, because how it ever works. And I'm sure Monero Ocean will end up adapting it somehow or something. But you know how Dogecoin started to become mineable? You could merge mine it with Litecoin, and that started making Litecoin very profitable. And that's why all the mini Doge miners came out, and the Antminer L3 Pluses and the A11 that's still not out, or not the A11, the L7, which is supposed to be very profitable when it does come out. But that's because you're merge mining Dogecoin, and Dogecoin seen that nice pump, and it was making Litecoin and the 8 script algorithm a lot more profitable. Well, that sort of mentality is happening on XMR. There's a coin that's coming that's going to be merge mined with XMR, and that's just going to boost even more CPU mine profitability, depending how the coin does. Also, with the DeFi applications being added onto the XMR blockchain, that's going to make XMR potentially more valuable as well. So it's going to be very, very interesting once that stuff goes into effect. And as you know, XMR is the type of coin it is. A lot of people are probably definitely going to like that type of stuff. I probably can't say certain things here, but you know what I'm talking about. I mentioned this new coin, difficulty will spike. Yeah, well, possibility. Obviously, I don't even know what the coin is. I don't know what's going on with it. It's just a rumor I heard down the mail somewhere a couple of weeks back. And I got to do more digging, because I really interested in what's going to be going on across this other type of platforms here. Very interesting stuff. Did you talk about why the big dump in hash rate on Flockpool and Artplant? There's a big dump of hash rate on Flockpool and Artplant, like a whole bunch of people came off of them. I'm not really. Let's take a look at this. What's going on here? Let's see. Raptoreum mining pool stats. Let's have a look. I'm not sure what you're referring to here. Big dump of, whoa. Big dump of hash rate. So I see 191 mega hashes on Flockpool, which is still way to 76%. That's insane. 25.58 mega hash on Artplant. I don't see a dump anywhere. Like, I see the network is down about 50% total, but that's probably due to the price and the difficulty and stuff. But as for everything else, I'm not really sure. I think there's been some cloud mining farms coming in and out across Artplant and stuff, being rented hash rate and stuff. Oh yeah, you can see the dump right there. That was a few days ago though. So they went from 40 some mega hash down to 27, 20. 230 to here. So that, yeah, that could very well be, people. Now, does anything go up? So if they dumped off here, we are seeing an increase on Supernova, 011, Minifacal. So it looks like people are potentially pulling hash rate off of these and coming in. No, our plant is not blah blah blah. Our plant is not closing, but let's just check this out here. Our pool, so this one right here, so number 6, ourpool.net, this one is closing. So that's gonna be 2,000 miners that are gonna have to find a new pool here soon. You can see hash rate slowly dipping off here. But yeah, I do see this big dump that happened here and here. So those could have been cloud miners, all sorts of things, rented hash rate, I don't really know. But we are seeing a slight increase across other pools kind of coming out. Look at this one went way up. Oh, Monero Ocean. Oh, Monero Ocean's picking up. So that's a good sign right there. Monero Ocean is definitely gaining some hash rate. That's a good sign. Guys, start using Monero Ocean. I'm not saying, but obviously if we hit like 80% of the hash rate here, that'd be a bad idea. But it does look like Monero Ocean's definitely picking up some hash rate. Big dumps across here and other pools. Maybe people are starting to realize, we want this coin to grow. We got to spread out our hash rate, but still 76% on Flock Pool. That's just not looking good at all. There's still way too many people that don't understand what's going on here. All right, so anyway, it's 10 amp 120 watt normal draw for 3950x rig. 10 amp 120, you're using 120 watts on a 3950. On some rotations, 120 watts seems about right. I'm gonna have to flip through my clipboard here now and see what 3900. Where's my 3950? 3950X. I did see that's clock tuner and DRAM. Hold on, I'll find some numbers here. 3.6 at 1 volt. So I did hit. I averaged about 116 watts. I did see a max actually on a rotation of 132 watts on a 3950X and a minimum of, looks like about a minimum of 104 watts. So 104 to 132 watts on a 3950 seems like to be decent numbers power consumption wise, depending on the rotation you hit. So 120 watts, yeah, I can see that on some rotations. Could it be the Monero Ocean support? Won't that create decent sized network hash rate swings as it switches on and off? Yeah, Monero Ocean for sure. That could definitely cause swings. If a lot of people are using the Monero Ocean platform and a whole bunch of CPUs get pointed at Raptoreum and they get pointed off, then yeah, that would cause hash rate swings for sure. Yeah, spread it out, people. Is it better to mine on Monero Ocean than convert to RTM or mine RTM directly? Dube Random, I'm definitely going to be doing that test here soon. Once I finish mining AVN here for a couple days, I'm going to be starting to put Monero Ocean versus Raptoreum directly versus like Haven versus Vera's coin versus, what's this other coin here? QRL. Yeah, QRL. I haven't mined for a while versus Scala. So I'm going to put up a whole bunch of coins that I can remember off the top of my head. And I'm going to throw everything head to head for a single week. And we're going to find out what's the most profitable way to, what's the most profitable thing to mine with your CPU currently, and what's the most profitable way to do it. Now I'm going to add way in there because Monero Ocean is a way to profit switch and get paid out in XMR, which you could just convert over to Raptoreum if you want to use the smart nodes and whatnot. So I am going to be doing another, this is probably going to be the biggest test I have done yet. And it's going to be very exciting, and we will get to the bottom of this whole shenanigans and figure out what's going on. Is it better to mine AVN with GPU or CPU? Currently, I am seeing that a CPU is way better for AVN than using your GPU. One, I don't know how the two-sided algorithms work with each other, but the CPU or the GPU side is FPGA and ASIC friendly, so your difficulty is going to be going up, and then you're just competing with a lot of other stuff. And it's also the hash rate on that is a lot higher. But I'm noticing I'm mining a lot more coins with my CPUs than I did when I first tested my GPU. So again, to answer that question, your CPU seems like a way better option for AVN. Calvin Yu, that's because there's two different algorithms. Remember, it's like saying I'm mining 61 megahash with my 3060 Ti on Ethereum, but I'm only mining 22 megahash on Ravencoin. It's just the way the algorithm works for X things. So AVN, the CPU side, is using Minotaur X algorithm, and the GPU side is using X16 RT. So you're probably going to be seeing a higher hash rate on your GPUs. It's figuring out mathematical equations better, but it doesn't mean you're really competing so well. So because it's on two different chains, I'll just do a quick example here. When I tested it, I had 900 megahash of Ethereum on my GPU. So that's my Octominer rig and my AMD rig with the 5700 XTs and whatnot. I put everything onto AVN for an hour and a half. I mined 65 coins with 200 megahash worth of AVN hash rate on the GPU side. Now I did take a single 3900X and I put it on the CPU mining side, and I was only getting 14 kilohash versus 200 megahash. Now, hour and a half of 200 megahash GPU side gave me 65 coins. 20 minutes CPU side gave me 40 coins with a single 3900X. So that makes me to believe CPU side is way more better and efficient than the GPU mining side. So yeah, just want to put that in there. Oh, it's countdown. Is its countdown on right now, or what's going on? What did I miss? At work on my break. Oh, you're at your break, Gene Francis. So we have a Threadripper fund going, and we're looking for a minimum donations of about $5,000 to $6,000. Are you in? I'm just kidding. Welcome aboard. Hopefully, we're about to head over to Panda by the sounds of things. He's starting here in about 9 minutes. We've been on for almost 2 hours, and oh my gosh, it's a while. That's a long time while. I have 24 Tesla K10 GPUs not doing anything. I'm thinking of using them for AVN. Do you think it's worth it? You know what? Try it out. I don't know too much about those GPUs at all, so I don't know, what their RAM size is, what their DAG is, what size they are, how they perform on anything. So just try a coin that they go on, and if it looks like you're making more than what you're using for power, then I guess it would be worth it. Are you YouTube and mining full time? Currently, yes. Right now, I am 100%. This is where all the money I get comes from right here, pretty much. COVID has been very slow. Everything has been down for like 2 years. So yeah, this is technically the full-time gig right now for actually the past little while. If Panda starts and Rabid Mining is still on, I'm watching both streams at once and pretending they're interviewing each other. That's hilarious. So, Panda, how are you doing? What are you doing? Oh yeah, okay, cool. How do you feel about today? But with that being said, I do plan on revamping the channel. So I don't know. Let me hear you guys' thoughts on this kind of. But obviously, I try to do, unless my internet is down or something, I do try to do a video every day. I'm thinking of the mining videos type of thing in the morning, and then I might try to drop an afternoon video of something to do with the tech world, like new GPUs coming out or rumors of this or something. So I'm trying to add an extra part, because obviously when crypto winter does hit, the views drop, all this does happen. So, I've got to revamp, try to cater the channel to a wide variety of audience. So, just kind of going like that. So I'm trying to turn into more of a crypto mining techie type of thing if possible. So we'll see how that goes. But I plan on doing that. I plan on doing more live streams throughout the week. So obviously on the weekends, plus maybe one or two, maybe Tuesdays and Thursdays, or Wednesdays and Fridays, or something else as well. So I plan on adding more streams. I plan on trying to add more videos per day, and kind of go a little more all out than what I've previously been doing. Plus, all sorts of crazy tests going on. What is my background? I guess I'm kind of German and Ukrainianish. I think there is. I'm not sure if there's something else in there or not, but I'm pretty sure those are the majorities. I want Epic 3rd Gen CPU. Any donations? Oh, Pablo, I wish. We all want those. We all want that. Video each day is cool. You got great ideas. Go for it. Well, I tried to. There's sometimes I sit there, I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do a video on? Like, I don't want to just, here's a video about my keyboard. Look at this. Like, that's kind of boring. So I got to try to put something, you know, together which is informational and stuff. But sometimes, you know, you just run out of ideas and you're just like, oh my gosh. So if you guys do have video ideas, obviously hit that Discord button, join up, and, you know, post video ideas, because I'm constantly always looking through that as well. Do also a lot of how-to videos. Yes, how-tos, because I did start, actually, if you guys look at my channel here, I started the Rabid's Guide link section. I only have 2 videos in it. That's with the XM rig. So I'm definitely going to be doing a lot of how-to videos. I got to go through there, anywhere from how to mine Ethereum, how to mine XMR, how to use Monero Ocean, it's going to be a lot of how-to stuff coming on, because I got to fill all those gaps, because, you know, that adds for a lot of future views, because there's a lot of new miners that are constantly coming in and out of the crypto mining. So there's people that really have no idea what they're doing. So how-to videos are very common. How to not FOMO in. That is an awesome one. That's a great idea. I got to figure out a way how to put that into a video, but I think that would be a nice fun one to do. How to not FOMO in. Oh, and I always talk about it too. Like I always say it. You know, if you could afford to take your money and throw it in the garbage can, then you can afford to buy yourself a mining rig. And somehow, you know, I think that'd be great to implement that into a video somehow. Awesome. Nice. Good idea. 4 gig cards seem to do very well on Avian. Have 1050 Ti's and 1650s, and they do very well. Much better than CPU. I'd probably say they don't do as good as a CPU, but I don't have those, you know, to really throw out. A Ford truck? Yeah, a Ford. Can you afford? I don't know. Am I saying that wrong? Maybe it's a Canadian thing. I don't know. Bring on the how-tos and the whatnots. Is Panda's... What's going on with Panda? Where's Panda? Let's take a look at this. Let's close out half of this stuff here. Close, 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 close. Let's go to YouTube. Going on to YouTube. Web read, I think that one will work. Will that one work? Oh no, that's Discord. I lost. There we go. There we go. Where's Red Panda? Oh, he's not even talking yet. I thought his intro started. His intro didn't even start yet. I have too much money. Tech Shinji, January 2021. That's hilarious. Why did you have 2 going? Oh, did he mess up? Oh, Panda messed up or something. There's 2 upcoming live streams. All right, so we're just gonna hold out, I guess, and wait for a few more minutes. HiveOS XMR GPU guide. I still don't get it. Do a HiveOS XMR GPU mining guide. So you want a GPU guide with XMR? Well, Monero Ocean will work for that. You're mining Ethereum through Monero Ocean and get paid out in XMR, but you cannot. Well, you can, but it's not recommended to directly mine XMR with a GPU, because ever since they forked over to RandomX, now if you Google it, how to mine it with a GPU, Google still has old articles from 3-4 years ago when you used to be able to mine it with a GPU. But ever since RandomX forked, which is a couple of years back, it is very, very recommended to use CPUs only, because, like, example, 3900X can get 13 to 15,000 hashes, where a 3060 Ti you might be seeing like 400 hashes. Definitely not worth it. Should keep his stream up while Panda is going, and should mock what Panda says. No. Can't be doing that, but that would be funny. But I've been here for 2 hours. We gotta rip out of here soon. We gotta go eat and all that stuff, and I think there's a show the wife wants to watch, and then I gotta get ready to make a video, you know, all sorts of stuff. Constantly researching stuff, like everything in the background takes a lot of time to do. Flight sheet set up with 5 different GPU mining, 5 different things. So you want one flight sheet with 5 different coins being mined on a single. Okay, I see what you're getting there. That's gonna be crazy, but it can definitely be done for sure. It'll be a little bit of pain. Wolverine to INU to the moon. Is that a thing now? Is there another INU coin popped out of nowhere? Being pumped all over the place. Advanced HiveOS setup. Well, it depends on the advanced. Like, advanced is such a interesting word that it could mean different things to different people. Like, Some people advanced setup is, you know, setting an absolute core clock over using a standard minus or plus 200 on the core. That could be more advanced. Some people will say that's too basic. So using the terms advanced, I think wouldn't really cater. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe you know what I mean. But yeah, we could definitely look into other types of settings on HiveOS, like scheduling and stuff like that potentially. Is there a reason why you are avoiding my AVN mentions? What are you saying? Hold on. Edits 26. I'm scrolling up. I'm trying to find you. You're mentioning AVN stuff. Where are you? Edits 26. Edits 26. AVN CPU mining tutorial. Yeah, I'm definitely going to make a how to mine AVN with your CPU coming up here shortly. Sure. Is there more that you were curious about? I'm trying to find everything you said I was ignoring, which I wasn't. I just didn't see it, I swear. Edits 26. Is there anything else up there? I don't see anything else in the chat. Boxfan channel got too popular and you can't read and respond to every comment. I'm trying to. I'm still trying to. I attempted. It takes, you know, spend a few hours every day going through all the comments and everything, but yeah. Is there any reason? Yeah. Would you mine Raven or ETC when ETH goes POS? Beyond Media, I don't really know. It's way too early to tell what to mine when that happens. The only thing we can really do is bounce around. So how I think is what's actually going to go on here is, let's just go to what to mine here, and I kind of showcase this broadcast to you what I'm kind of talking about. So let's go to this. So Ethereum moves to proof of stake. Okay, now we have all this hash rate coming in, and all these coins are constantly, they're going to be jumping around. One's going to be more profitable than the other one within hours, within, you know, every day, every something. So people are going to go to this coin, then they're going to go to that coin, then they're going to go to this coin, and then they're going to bounce to this coin. So it's going to be all over the place for, you know, a good couple months. And then people will decide, okay, I'm selling my rig. Enough of this. It's garbage. Why did I even buy this thing? You know, stuff like that's going to happen. People are going to get mad. Whatever happens in the background, depending on the situation you're in. But it's going to happen. People are going to start selling. Then the difficulty will start dropping. And then you're going to see the profitability, but still bouncing around across all the coins. Now, eventually, after probably 6 months, you know, 3 months to 6 months, we're going to start seeing people who sold off their rigs, people who are still going to be mining and stuff like that. And then we'll start to see hash rate kind of start to settle depending on the price of coins at the time. Is the crypto market going up? Is it going down? We have no idea what the future is going to hold. There's so many different parameters out there. But eventually the hash rate will settle and we can start to see, you know, these are going to be your next top 3 coins, or these are going to be your next top 5, or these are what people are going to start mining in the future. Now, depending where you live, a lot of things will vary. Like Ergo, a very, very efficient coin to mine. Raven coin, a very not efficient coin to mine. Now, does one go times 10 in price and does one only go times 3? We have no idea what's going to happen. But eventually, hash rate will settle down and we will see where we're actually going to mine. So initially, I can't say I'm just going to mine Raven coin. I can't say I'm just going to mine Ergo. I'm just going to mine Ethereum Classic. I'm going to have to wait to see what happens here because, you know, people are going to see, you know, this coin. They're not going to go, okay, I'm going to mine this coin way down here because, you know, they're just not going to do it. It's not as profitable. So people are going to always be looking for the next best thing until eventually the hash rate knows where it's going to settle, and then we can actually know what we're going to mine. So we don't know what we're going to mine yet. We just have to wait for it to happen and see what happens across with all the network hash rates and difficulties and everything else that comes into play. Is Panda live now? He is live. Let's take a look here. Refresh. Panda, where are you? Are you live? Okay, he is live on 2 streams at once. That is crazy. What is he doing? I'm just kidding. Okay, so he is live. All right, guys. So I just appreciate everyone for showing up today. We'll be live streaming again tomorrow. And yeah, just thank you for watching. Hit that thumbs up button on the way out. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel or watching the stream later on. And be sure to join the Discord. Link is in the description. So here is the old Red Panda raid. Let's head over there. Rabid raid Panda right off the get-go. Thanks you for stopping by, and Rabid out.